Welcome back, our viewers. I'm your host, Mr. Matmaire, or say Matmaire. Welcome to another episode at Zimclassroom. So, in our business for today, we are going to look at circumstances whereby you'll be writing a report. We are going to develop the skill of writing topics, suitable topics for these reports that you're going to be embarking on. In our previous lesson that we covered, we looked at a report. Why is it written? What is it? And how, and the format, the layout of the format. So just a brief recap of the format now. We said it has got 4 items. First, there is the to, and that is where the report is directed to. The person who you are writing the report to. There is from, right? From. Now this is the person who is writing the report, right? And we've got the third, which is of course the date, the particular date that you are writing the report, right? And then the last aspect now, that is the topic. That's the topic. So what is the report talking about? That's how the report can be done. So I'm going to give you about 8 different circumstances that I would want you to work on so that you can perfect your skill of writing your reports. Okay, so for example, so you're going to be practice now writing the topic and as well as the other aspects of the format, right? So now we may start now. Let's say it's a day at school. You're given some school fees money by your parents, and they say that you're supposed to bring it forth and come and pay for school fees. But at the school now, you then discover that after going to the school grounds and playing, you don't have the money anymore. So then you tell your teacher, and then you're taken to the headmaster, and then the headmaster instructs you to write a report of what could have transpired, or how you might have lost the money, or where the money could possibly be. So what could be the perfect example of that report? You are going to identify it. Now, number 2, let's suppose your school, as well as the nearby 2 schools, engaged in a competition of athletics. So suppose you are asked to write a report of the activities that transpired and everything that took place on that particular day, that particular sports day. What could be the perfect topic for that report? You are going to identify it. So you can put the video on pause and think of a perfect suitable topic for the report. Now, number 3. Let's suppose at your school, at the nearby road where the school children pass by to cross the road so that they could get into the schoolyard, there was a very terrible accident that transpired, that took place. It involved, suppose, maybe commuter or minibuses, or suppose a school child was struck down or was bumped by a car, and you were asked to write a report of that. You are an eyewitness and you saw exactly what happened. Okay, so to assist the police officers to try and investigate the matter, they ask you to write a report. So what is going to be the topic for the report? Think of it. Now, number 4. Suppose there is a bully at your school. He has been bullying fellow learners since from day 1 in grade 1. But now there is a new student in your class. So the new student won't be bullied and stood up to the bully and started a fight. Suppose the bully started a fight and the new learner, as well as the bully, they got into a very serious and vicious fight. So suppose you are also an eyewitness and you are asked to write a report of the activities that might have transpired. So what are you going to say now? What is going to be the perfect topic for that particular report? You tell us. Suppose we are in October or November, the hottest month of the year, and one of your peers begins to bleed. Suppose he has a terrible nosebleed, and the teacher was absent. So as the class monitor, you are asked to write a report of what could have transpired during the teacher's absence. So what is going to be the perfect name for the report? school, your school has organized a very beautiful visit to the entire museum, and you're asked to go there. Once you're there, that's an educational tour. You're going to learn a lot of artifacts from the war and from the surroundings and from the heritage of our country. So suppose at the end of the day, you will be asked to write a report of the particular day. What are you going to name? How are you going to name the topic now? Think of it. Pause the video and think of it. Right, number 6. Number 7. Is it so? Right, suppose at your school, the member of parliament in your constituency, in your school area, visited your school and donated some stuff for your school. Stationery, textbooks, sanitary pads for the girls and the female staff members, and the likes, computers, and some sport equipment. All these donated by the member of parliament from your constituency close to your school area. So you're asked to write a report of that visit. What are you going to say? How are you going to name the topic now? Do that. Okay. Now the last part. Suppose your teacher, she came to school or he came to school so fatigued, looking so sickly, he insisted on coming to work because he or she feared that if they stayed at home, you guys would have lagged behind. So suppose while they're at school, they fell or start nose bleeding or started vomiting, and then later you are told that the teacher has to be taken to the hospital. So suppose the headmaster will be trying to find out what could have happened. So they ask you to write a report about the day and how the teacher suddenly got sick. So what are you going to say now? How are you going to name the report? Again, it's your business. So these are just a few examples of how best you can practice the skill of writing a topic of a report. Because come exam, you are going to see reports and you need to be thoroughly acquainted and prepared for them. So till we meet again next time, we'll be looking at something which is a bit different. Thank you so much for your time and for your patience. Thank you. See each other next time. Bye-bye.